Greetings. It's day 4 in week 8. Yesterday we moved a lot of stuff in the root, and today it's clear that that stuff has moved into the crown area for visualization, conceptualization, but it's less about having a specific vision right now, and it's more that we have the energy available to put into structures we'd like to see. So it could be a new home, or it could be a new job, or it could be something for the kids, or it could be a new car, or it could be a trip that you want to manifest, and this is less based on like law of attraction, I want these things, and right now is more based on not only what is important and coming up as a priority for me and my family, but what seems to be a running theme in reality right now that needs our attention and our Kundalini focus. So today I felt the energy move into my head, and I took a long nap because there was a lot of pressure. And as we're moving with this energy, I want it to be clear to remember that specific sensations in the body do not, like I did not call, I'm not thinking, oh, I have a headache in the traditional sense. When my head was throbbing, I'm aware that there are things shifting. And I was led to a couple of different books and videos that reiterated using the frontal lobe more as we evolve and moving out of the fight or flight reaction of the amygdala. And yesterday I had a conversation with one of the women in the group about parting the veil of consciousness, which correlates to the corpus callosum of the brain, gray matter that's like a veil between the two hemispheres of the brain. So I even just made the loud suggestion that maybe that was in need of dissolving or lifting in order to bring the hemispheres together. And I'm not sure if even that suggestion is what triggered the sensation that I'm having today, because I'm also feeling this question. I'm doing some cards again. Crystals want to keep calibrating with me, and the question is, looking at what I need to do right now. And you guys might find this silly, but it's like asking me to share what I know to a greater degree. And even though I know what that means, because I'm doing it here and I know what that looks like, there's also a part of me that's like, what am I doing? Like, who am I? Like, what am I doing here on earth? That part of me. And so there's this integration, weaving happening between the two parts, the part that knows and the part that's still like, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on? That still feels like kind of an awe observer of the whole reality, because it's kind of a trip, especially after the last couple of weeks where I've been out of service and out in this totally different reality where the information that I've been sharing here seems like so far out in left field, like so inapplicable. But what we have to remember is those of us who are waking and who are awake and who are going through these very conscious processes, we're doing this work for people who are not yet aware. Like, we are forging the way. Our consciousness affects their consciousness as well. It is not just we're doing it and it's not affecting them. It is affecting all layers of reality. So I'm coming to terms with the knowledge that what I'm speaking about, I'm speaking to a specific group of people right now who are prepared and ready to work this information and to embody. And I've got a sore tooth right now that I need to go get looked at. But the teeth always talk to me about making decisions and like taking a bite out of something and really like owning it. So the implication for the group is whatever's happening with each one of us, and that's why I'd really like to see everyone sharing more what's going on in your personal life. There's been a lot of silence in this group. So I'm happy you're watching the videos. I would love to hear a little bit more back from you, but because what's going on for each of us is affecting all of us. So with the tooth thing for me, I'm also asking you all, there's some decision that needs to be made and like bitten off and chewed, like really decide, yes, I'm going to do this. Like if you're going to eat a piece of whatever, you don't just like let it hang out in your mouth. You like chew it and swallow it. So the same thing about reality. We're not just like going to let ideas just hang out as words on our lip. We're either going to spit it out and choose new languaging, or we're going to chew it up and swallow it and be that, embody it, let it be us. So right now, what is it that is going on for you that is asking for you to chew it up and swallow it, to embody it? And I want to read you the card I pulled for the day from the Divinity Quest deck. Stihut Aranechvi Sturaz. Through the knowledge that all life is constantly renewed, as the water in a river is constantly refreshed, we can become free from the illusion of static form and unchangeable circumstances. When we are entrenched in this realization, we have entered into a life of miracles. So a life of miracles is the Kundalini energy, fully accessible all the time. So this last line, when we are entrenched in this realization that life is constantly renewing itself, that we do not have to live this linear expression where this happens, this happens, this happens, and because we're in this position, that means we can only be in this position. No, everything is popping in and out constantly. We are in quantum truth. Kundalini is quantum reality, expressing moment by moment, pulsing, 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 pulsing. So being entrenched in that, I want to invite you, if you're entrenched, you're really like in it, you're stuck in it. You can think of being stuck in a trench full of mud. You're like entrenched and the mud's got you, boots stuck in there. So if you're entrenched in that realization that all of life is constantly renewing, then your possibility window opens up and you think anything can happen. Everything can change in 20 minutes. Everything can change instantly. I can get a call right now where everything changes, everything changes, everything changes. Everything that I'm looking at right now can look totally different. My outfit, my car, my clothes, everything, my circumstances, all of that can change in an instant. And sometimes we only think about that when we want it to change, but we also need to be aware that that's a constant truth. And that helps us to not attach ourselves to a specific outcome or reality, because that is where the drama and the pain comes from if something is removed from our reality. And even if we want our reality to shift, we can also really notice and appreciate the reality we're in so that it delivers us the next beautiful moment. Okay? Everything's brewing, popping in, popping out. So bringing awareness back to the brain, and this whole brain lighting up, whole brain reality, and making the decision that yes, everything can change in an instant. I'm in that world.